Valicorn. I'm here again with the second part of our free report. Now, during the first free report, we started to identify what a legitimate home-based business is, what you need to look for as far as elements go, and some clues so that you don't get caught up in some of the online scams out there. Now, in this secondary report, I'm going to be giving you some of the biggest scams online and what you need to look out for. Now, when I first came online, it wasn't because I wanted to be an internet business owner, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I really even wanted to make all sorts of money. The idea was just to make a little extra money to help my husband out. I wanted to stay home, be with my 3 kids. But what I learned very early on was that, in fact, there was no job positions out there, or what they were claiming to be jobs where I could do data entry or assembly work or envelope stuffing and even filling out surveys were not really legitimate. And they were taking my money, but nobody was actually quote unquote hiring me. So in this special report, I'm giving you some clues of what you need to look out for. I mean, obviously you're here to make money online. And the first clue that people usually come to is I want a job. I want to be hired by a company to do that. And of course, in the perfect world, that would seem like the perfect solution. But as you get more in depth into these, a lot of people are throwing out a lot of money to get that. And really, they're scams. So we're going to expose those scams and what that means to you and exactly what you need to look for, what you should be asking people in order to find that. If it is a work from home job, what do you need to do to know what's legitimate and what's not legitimate? And then I'm going to be tying that in to how it kind of leads into an internet business and what you need to know. What's the difference between a work from home job and owning your own internet business? So this should really give you some insight of what to look for, the biggest scams online, some scam alerts that you need to be aware of. And then we'll close this out with a little closing and what our next free report section is going to be. So enjoy the following information, and again, I'll see you at the end, and we'll close this up for you. You have a good day. In this controversial scam report, we're going to give you some scam alerts that you should be watching out for. A lot of times when people come online, they may not be coming to start an internet business, but may be looking for an online job. And you need to be aware of what the biggest online scams are and what you need to look out for. Now, when people come to do a job search or a work from home job search, over 61% will come online trying to find an online job where they can work from home. Now, only 39% of those will be internet home-based business seekers that will understand the full benefits right at the beginning of owning an internet business. But there is a big reality check because only 2% of people actually find a legitimate work from home job. Others are going to start that home-based business. So let's talk about some of these work from home jobs. And we're going to give you the first scam alert. Majority of scams are in the work from home job industry. Now, the promise of easy money, simple draw, obviously that's going to have a big crowd and people actually wanting to work from home. And you're going to get a lot of people looking at the stay-at-home mom crowd or people who are looking to create an income, and they're creating that emotional trigger for those wanting that in-home income. So we talk about the survey option. You're seeing this all over online where you can fill out surveys and you can pay a membership fee with a promise of making between $5 to $20 if you qualify. The fact is you are going to fill out long surveys, but there's not going to be any money involved because each time you fill it out, you are never going to qualify. The next one we see a lot of is the data entry, and obviously this has a big draw because people seem to think they can type a few lines and they're going to get paid. But the facts of the matter is there may be data entry jobs that are available, but 9 out of 10 times they're going to be hired in-house. Now the scam alert here is because people are trying to sell you a list of people that are hiring. The fact is, though, these lists are not valid. None of the people on the list are hiring or ever were hiring. Now, stuffing envelopes, we see this a lot online, and it sounds like easy money, but the fact is it's not. They want to see if you're serious. So of course, they're only going to want serious inquiries to ask you to send $29.95 to show that you are serious about this legitimate opportunity. So you send the money and you get a kit. But what's in this amazing kit? Instructions on how you can make money scamming other people to buy the same kit you just received. But there's not one envelope stuffed ever. Now, medical transcriptions. Who wouldn't want to make money online by typing for medical offices? Now you may be asking, is this a legitimate opportunity or is it a scam? The fact is, folks, it is legitimate. But the scam lies from the education courses that are not valid. Folks, People do have to take real schooling and real education classes in order to qualify for this type of position. So once they finish the schooling, get the education, then they actually have to find a medical office who will hire them. Now, people that are looking to hire so you can work from home from them. There are probably companies that are hiring for that work from home positions, and people are selling these lists of the current positions that companies that are hiring. But the fact is, if you're serious about looking for a work from home job, you're going to have to look for them. And the fact is, folks, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. People are hired, but like I said before, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be in-house. Now, work from home assembling products. This is a big scam alert out there. You pay around $40 for a list of businesses. Again, you're paying for a list for people who are actually going to pay you to assemble products. So once you pay that, you learn that you then have to send up to $200 for more to get the assembly kits. But here is where you're never going to get paid. Most will cancel their addresses from the assembly product business and set up shop somewhere else. So they're never assembling products. They're just getting the money from that initial fee to get the list of the businesses and then turn around and sell them some assembly kits or some crafts and tools that they're going to need to get going, but they never get paid or never put anything together. So what do you want to remember? If you're really serious about looking for an online job, you have to realize you're going to be frustrated. There is going to be a lot of work involved. If there is a legitimate opening, there is going to be thousands of applicants. So this can be very frustrating and very long for you. And just be prepared for that. If this is something you want, I'm not telling you not to go for it. Go for it. But do some common sense and realize you probably will get frustrated because there is so many job applicants and so many people looking for it that a lot of times it's going to just slip right through your fingers. You should never pay to be hired, or you should never pay for a list because a job is always going to be free. They're going to pay you on your qualification and skills, not how much money you pay. So why are people choosing an internet business? It has larger income potential, training is available, there is no saturation compared to going out and buying all these lists. People are understanding the power just behind the internet. We're into a new age. The internet is a buzzed about thing, and people are getting the power and the potential of connecting to the World Wide Web. And there's unlimited growth. This isn't something where you're ever stopping and earning a salary. There is a proven point that you're going to be able to continue to grow as the internet grows. So here's the internet business truth, though. This is a business. It's not a job. So the fact is there is going to be payment for your products and your services and your licensing fees. And this is just required. It's going to be required if you went down to a bricks and mortar business. However, it's much cheaper when you're coming onto the internet business mode. But you will have to understand there's going to be payment to be able to resell those products and services, and there is going to be a licensing fee required. But these are two totally different ways to earn money. One is from the work from home job industry, and one is actually owning your own internet business. Now, I want to close this out so we can get this really cleared up for you about the differences and what this means to you and what should you be looking for. We've outlined some of the biggest scams online and what you need to pay attention to. And now in the next section, I'm going to kind of pull this all together for you, and then I'll explain to you how this kind of closes out, and we're going to be opening a new section within our free report. I hope you enjoyed this information, and I'll see you on the next slide.